Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 6 of Europa Universalis IV as Ming. We are using the Mandate of Heaven DLC and we are about ready to go to war. We actually have our claim over here on Chagatai. Chagatai do have some allies. They're in an alliance with Nogai, who we have not yet met. And Yarkand is also a vassal. We're not particularly bothered about those guys. What we are going to go and do though is we are going to assign at least one leader to one of our armies. We're going to start moving up in this direction with some forces so that we can actually go and get this war done. Now, a couple of things that I'm going to want to do after this war is over, probably put the army maintenance down a little bit. We need to keep enough around so that we can deal with rebels. Now, we do make a lot of money as Ming. As somebody said, we are super rich as Ming. But we also want to maybe up our advisors. To get rid of this level 1 guy, we can actually go for this straight for this level 3 guy and get the extra discipline actually. I think we'll do that. We'll still be making money. And what I might do is I might decide to go to a few of the tributaries and stop them being my tributary to give me the ability to declare war on them later. Because having lots of tributaries is fine. But the problem with having lots of tributaries is that you can't really do much with them. Let's make sure we try and keep an army at least relatively central so that we can deal with any potential rebellion pops. Because of course we will be getting war exhaustion. So we do have to deal with that. What I'd like to do also is we're already ahead in technology. I would like to go up to the next level of stability. Now, to do that, we do need 160. So I might be tempted to just wait until we get 160, bump the stability up to 2, because that would certainly help us with some of the issues that we're having. Now, Mongolia is loyal. Unfortunately, they don't have many troops, but they will come and help us. Why is your military so small, Mongolia? Let's just have a look here. What is your force limit? Are you just out of money or something? Mongolia, your total is 4. You've got manpower, and you've got a force limit of 8. So maybe that they are a little bit strapped for cash. So if we wait a few months until we get up to 160 admin power, so we can take that next level of stability, they might have actually gained another troop by then. It's possible. And so we do have some separatists, so we've got to be careful. We really need to watch out for that. We are still below our force limit by 7, but that's fine. We still don't have any artillery yet, so we'll be able to deal with that later. Keep getting our force limit up. A lot of fights going on down here in India. But yeah, we're going to want to start making some of these guys non-tributaries so that we've actually got places that we can attack. And we will work our way up into Siberia and the steppes and over towards sort of, sort of Eastern Europe as well. So we'll be carrying on with that. We are 2 months away from having enough admin power to be able to go and up that. We also need to think about our first idea group as well. We do have a level 3 military advisor, so maybe we do want to go for a military idea. I've always liked military ideas. Quantity ideas has always been a very, very good one to go with. Just having that extra manpower and recovery speed, cheaper regiments, regiment costs. I think I'm going to go for quantity. I know it's a little bit sort of, it's been done a million times over, but I do like quantity ideas. Now then, we do have a few military points. We could go ahead and take the first thing here, which is the national manpower modifier. I think we should anyway. Let's go ahead and take it. We are ahead of time. And we can afford to try and roll for a new general. So we're currently 0 for 4 because we've got our air ruling at the moment. So let's go and try and get some leaders. So we've got a 1-1 with no maneuver. You're useless. We've got a 1-2, slightly better. Now we're sort of out of points. But it does give us a better leader that we can use over here. I think we prefer the guy that's got some maneuver. And then this one will just give you the guy who has the shock and the fire, and you can deal with rebels. Unless we have to move you to another group, we can do that. So, yeah, we are literally 10 days away from being able to bump the stability up. And there we go. We still don't see any extra troops from Mongolia, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and boost up. We are now stability 2. That'll help with the prosperity. It'll also help with the income as well. So let's go ahead and just make sure nothing's changed. You're actually at war against Kazan. So nothing's changed in terms of your allies and stuff. We're going to declare war here. No guy won't even come in. So that's fine. Now, what we want to do here is we want conquest, because we're going to try and take stuff from you. So we'll go ahead and throw down. And we're going to go and start moving in with our guys. Now, oh yeah, we failed our mission, which was the manpower mission. Fairly standard, usually happens. I think what I'm going to do for the time being is I'm going to go and mothball all of the forts, because I don't really think they're going to get past me. I mean, there's always a possibility that they might. Let's go in with you over here, and can we not get through here? We can get over there. We need to go and start getting some sieges done on... No, you carry on to there then. And you move into here. I want to start making sure we can do some sieges on Yarkand, just to make sure that they don't give us too many problems later. Ayutthaya has declared war on our tributary strait. Now, does that give us any sort of ability to attack back? Ayutthaya is where? It's this one. So, can I declare a war on you? No, because we don't have a CB. So, even though you are declaring war on a tributary... But Ayutthaya is also my tributary as well, are they? Okay, so my tributaries are attacking each other. So that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, there aren't many troops up here. We're just going to roll straight into their capital there. And take down their 2-stack. So let's go ahead and get that done. Now, that's wasteland there in the middle, so we can quite easily just work our way around Yarkand. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, so we've got tributaries declaring war all over the place. You've actually declared war on these guys, which is, you know, we prefer it if you weren't taking stuff that we want to get, but you're probably going to get there before I am. Lots of people moving in here to try and take land. We're the ones actually working on the capital, though, so hopefully that'll go well for us. Yeah, you're going to take that, and of course you're not going to flip it over to us, so that's a bit annoying. But we'll take what we can. We've got a potential rebellion here, which is Korchin separatists. Likely to pop in Chengdi, which is over here. So let's just make sure. Let's go ahead and put one of our leaders in there, which was the 1-1 guy. And obviously there's still more provinces where they might pop, but at least we've got troops in sort of roughly the correct area. So yeah, you've gone ahead and you've taken that province, and you're not going to flip that over to us. I mean, this is the only one we could get a claim on. So we might need to just wait for some other wars to end inconclusively. Are you going straight for their capital? You are, aren't you? Can I beat you there? Probably not. They're actually moving out because they don't have enough men to siege. And they're now locked, which means I've got control of the siege, which is fantastic. So we actually managed to get this one. Let's see if we can move on and grab some of the other provinces. And what have we got here? Conflicts and protests over taxes, corporations, trade and customs policies are becoming quite frequent and could result in a sharp drop in our industrial production if we don't handle the situation carefully. So we can lose the stability or lose 500 ducats. But yeah, no, we'll do that. We've got the money to spare. Now what I do want to quickly do, if I can, is just split off one infantry. No, you'd have to go all the way around, which is unfortunate. I was trying to see if I could get over there quickly. Excuse me. I was trying to see if I could just get over here quickly and grab this province here. Maybe if I split off a cavalry. It's probably not worth having the cavalry. We'll take another infantry, so we've got over 1,000. Now, you can't move there either, so everybody just stay here. Doesn't look like that's going to work. Although we have already got that province, I suppose. We don't need to hang around here. You were moving in that direction, and I've now foolishly cancelled you. So it's a little bit unfortunate that we've got lots of these other people all declaring war on the same person. That's a little bit annoying. So who would we potentially want to declare on next? Maybe Mongyang, because that would give us a lot more neighbours. So Mongyang is our tributary. We can cancel our tributary agreement with them. They're allied with Arkan and Lanar, which we're not too bothered about. So let's go ahead and cancel that tributary. It does give us a 5-year truce, but that's fine. We can still, you know, by the time this war's over and we've dealt with rebellions and integrated and done all the other stuff today, but that's not going to be an issue. Most of this land is going to remain ours. Mongolia's capping stuff for us as well, which is nice. So yeah, as good as having tributaries is, I think you need to make sure that not everyone's a tributary, because if everyone's a tributary, then you don't have anybody left to basically declare war on anymore. Can I split off a cav and get you over here and beat these guys? Well, you're heading there, so I'm not going to get there before you. There we go. We've got a couple of provinces in here, including the capital, which is nice. Keep taking what we can. You're going to take that one. So they're getting sieged out by a lot of other people, which is unfortunate. We've got cavalry heading over here, who hopefully will get there before they do. Apparently not. Apparently even the cavalry was unable to get there quickly enough. So, hello, Mr. Ultra Slow Cavalry. Go and help get yourself over there if you can. So, we basically want to siege out everything that's possible to siege out down here. A lot of this stuff is being held by other people that we would like to take. You're managing to grab land over here that I don't like, but there's not much I can do about that. Let's just try and get one of... You're going down there. Let's get you over here if we can. Around 1400, China's relations with the outside world began to change. Under the Yuan dynasty... Yuan? Yeah, Yuan. Under the Yuan dynasty, China had made contact with the West by reopening the old Silk routes and bringing Muslim, Christian and Jewish traders into China. The expulsion of the Mongols in 1367 and the seizure of power by Ming reversed the processes that were tying China more strongly to the outside. Following the 7 expeditions of 1405 to 1433 of Admiral Zheng He, who sailed the imperial fleets into the Indian Ocean and the coast of Africa, China folded in on itself and closed off its external connections. So we can gain 100, basically free 100 power. I'm going to go for admin because we would like to take some land momentarily, which we are going to need to integrate. So that's why we are doing that. So yeah, we're just basically trying to take some land here. Now what we'd like to do, we've got our rebellion. We could take some stuff from Yarkand, so we'll go ahead and do that if possible. 20k troops that have popped down here that I really wasn't expecting. So let's go ahead and give you the 1-1 leader. Now then, they do have the numbers on us, which is potentially problematic, but we might have the stronger military. What we could do as well, which I think I will do, is we'll just go ahead and hire a couple of mercenaries in these provinces here. And hopefully that will give us more even numbers going into this. So we'll try and get those mercenaries if we can. We actually lost... What battle did we just lose, sorry? Apparently I lost a battle. Oh, I walked in over there and they had peoples. They had peoples over there. Well, we can go in and take that battle. We don't have a leader there, though, which is unfortunate. Let's leave you there. Let's go ahead and bring these guys over. So that was unfortunate. Wasn't really keeping my eye on that. So let's just go ahead and get all of these mercenaries. This is going to get sieged out anyway, so we're going to end up with that separatism one way or another. Can't really do anything about that. But we'll go ahead and let all these guys group up. So we're a 19 stack now against a 20 stack, which seems more reasonable. Now, unfortunately, we do have the crossing penalty and the terrain penalty, and the AI is rolling solidly, as per usual. We did get a decent roll there. Yeah, I think we've just about done it. Okay, that hurt. We'll keep those mercenaries around because we're not over the force limit. At least I don't think we are. No, we're not. We can enact another decree. I still like having that extra tax for the... Extra infantry combat ability could be useful, but we don't really need it. Let's carry on with the taxes for now. Taxes are good. We'll use the money to the best of our advantage. Now then. Don't necessarily want everyone stacked on top of each other. Looks like there's a province over there that hasn't been taken yet. You guys are retreating very far away, but that is fine. Still got another rebellion that might pop, so with that in mind, let's just make sure we go ahead and put that leader back over here. You're in hostile territory because you're doing a siege, so we can't move you, but now we can. Did that actually work? There we go. Now you've moved over. Yeah, so this has been quite like a messy siege, really, because everyone's kind of all over the place. Where are you guys going? You're going all the way to there, are you? That's fine, I guess. What we really need is for some of these other wars to end so that we can take... Because I don't really want to just take the one province. I'd like to take more. Although we could just try and take a lot of stuff from Yarkand, which is not a terrible idea. But we'll still need to try and take Yarkand's capital first. So maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll prioritise taking stuff from Yarkand instead. And then go ahead and fight Shanghai later on. You do have some troops down there. Yeah, there isn't really an awful lot that we can do over here. We've only got 31% war score, though, which is quite low, considering we hold the capital. Not too sure where you guys think you're going. It'd be lovely if we could actually get this siege over here. But it seems like that's going to take quite some time. There we go. We've actually got Yarkand's capital. So, if I was to go to you and sue for peace, if I wanted to take this from you and then take all of these from Yarkand, how much of this would you be willing to give up? Not that much, but you'd definitely be given that. Why does that appear? What's that? Oh, a coalition may form against us with this treaty. This one would not. And can we take anything else from you? War reparations, maybe? No, we're kind of right on the limit of what we can take. But we can take all of your money. So let's go ahead and do that. So there we go. We've now gained a fair chunk of land anyway. Let's go ahead and pull all of our forces back where we can. So you're going to come down to here. You are black flagged. You're going to go ahead and sit in here because, of course, we do have, or we will have rebellions. You're kind of in a weird spot because you are kind of stuck. You should really be black flagged. But you're not. So we'll maybe just have to wait until that territory becomes somebody else's. Let's go ahead and core the provinces that we've taken. So that was decent. We've still got a couple of rebellions that might pop. Yeah, I want to get out of this corner, but we're just kind of... We're taking attrition, actually. There's a lot of people messing around over here. Let's try and get in a province that isn't full of other people. An advisor has died, which is our Diplo guy. Not too bothered about spy network construction, to be honest. Let's go ahead and get the diplomatic reputation. I think I just prefer a level 2 guy at the moment. We don't have the option for that. We are still super rich. Any provinces where we can get ourselves a decent barracks? We could improve our manpower significantly. Barracks requires military technology 6. If that's the case, why is it showing me the option there to build it? Normally these don't show until you have the tech. So that's a bit weird. What about taxation then? We could go ahead and get the ones that give us the 0.13. So let's go ahead and work on those. The Theravadas are a people with strong traditions and rights, and their adherence to archaic language of their own teachings is holding them back from progressing towards civilization. If they are to ever elevate themselves from the barbarian ye of this world, we must perhaps ensure that the classics and the proper rites are available for them to digest in their own language. There are some scholars that have already begun to create such works. Should we encourage them to continue synthesizing their old religious concepts with sublime principles of the Confucius? So we can let them create their own versions of proper form, which gives us some harmonization progress. Does decrease our yearly harmony by 1 for 10 years. Or we can lose... Well, yeah, we want to increase that harmonization process because, you know, it takes quite some time. We're still not... Well, we're just over halfway there. So it does take a fair bit of going. So we're trying to sort of get all of our armies back together. They're all sort of standing on top of each other and causing a butt ton of attrition at the moment. This guy's still stuck because he's in territory that is... It says friendly territory. I suppose this territory is occupied by one of our... Who's actually occupying this? Caradel is occupying this. And Caradel is one of my tributaries. So it counts as friendly territory. So because this counts as friendly territory, I can stand in it, which means I'm not black flagged. Because I'm not at war with Changtai, I can't actually go through, which is a little bit annoying. A conversion is successful. Fantastic. The concept of Shanghai. The followers of... is that the same thing again? Slightly, it is slightly different text. The followers of Theravada faith are increasingly come to integrate Confucian concepts and our rights into their daily life. A recent trend is to identify the concept of Shanghai with their own supreme deities. The interpretation is somewhat unorthodox to the scholar experts of our empire, but it has allowed the Theravada faithfully to integrate a number of Confucian concepts, rites, constants, and classical teachings into their theology. There is some debate in the palace halls of Beijing if this is the right proper way on the path for the Theravada adherents to elevate themselves from the barbarian to Hua. So we can lose some metocracy, the Shizu can lose some loyalty, or we can lose the harmonization progress. Well, we want this harmonization done, so when we get the option to give it a boost, we will go and give it a boost. Hopefully you guys now are not all sort of stacked on top of each other. You are sort of rebuilding. We could go ahead and keep working on some of these conversions. We probably should when we get the opportunity to do it. We've still got some rebellions likely to pop, which we are going to wait on. And then we'll start getting ready to go and attack these guys. We do need to start thinking about building up a spy network here. So we will have a truce with them for a while. They do have a couple of alliances, but nothing that we are particularly bothered about. So we will wait before we go and attack them. I am going to end the video there, however. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Ming. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.